I really prioritized him and I put him first and I put the relationship first, when in a lot of situations I probably should have been putting my own wants and needs beforehand. Hello, welcome back to Make It Make Sense. This week we are making sense of my breakup. I don't think I need to say any more, so unfortunately, let's just get into the episode. I really don't know what to expect from this episode, to be honest. I had a whole nother episode recorded and ready to go, but it just didn't feel right posting it and pretending like nothing had happened and everything was okay. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to talk about the private things of Mackenzie and I's relationship, because we still have so much love and respect for each other, and I really want to keep a lot of it private, but I want to be public about how I'm feeling, what I'm going through, because I feel like a lot of people can actually relate to it. And I've had so much support from family, friends, girls on the internet, just everyone, of giving me great advice and letting me know that I'm like not the only one, and like people go through this all the time. Just going through a breakup is so hard because you're grieving someone it's like you're grieving someone that hasn't actually died. You know what I mean? I hope that doesn't sound insensitive, but that's just how I feel. Like I feel like, I'm grieving this person out of my life, but he's still there. And if I'm being really honest and open about the whole thing, is like we broke up on the Friday, and then Brisbane just had a lot of events on. Like it was the AFL grand final, which the Lions ended up winning, and then it was the NRL semi-finals or something. So it was like a big weekend for Brisbane. And so he went out and was posting a lot and looked like he was having a really fun time. And I was just at home kind of dealing with my feelings. But I think that's the difference between guys and girls dealing with those issues. We have spoken since the weekend. Oh, I don't even know why I'm saying this all. We have spoken, we have had closure. We love each other so much. We have so much respect for each other. But our relationship just wasn't working out, and we both need time apart to grow and heal and become our own people. And he's got things to work on and I've got things to work on. It's just so hard, you know. It feels me wrong kind of on the podcast talking about it. That's why I was going to say, like, I don't know what to expect from this episode. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't even know if it's going to be like 10 minutes long, really. I just felt a sense of responsibility not a sense of responsibility, but I want to, and I think it feels right to just discuss how I'm feeling and all the thoughts that are going through my head right now. Honestly, over the weekend, I really took time to reflect on the relationship, to reflect on all the good things from the relationship, and then also reflect on all the not so good things from the relationship. And it's really been able to help me justify the breakup and move on. Like, I know it's still only fresh, and honestly, when I'm alone in my own thoughts and by myself, I do feel really sad and lonely and I miss him lots. But then when I'm able to think about what this means for me, it's like a new beginning. I feel really good about it, actually. And I'm sure Brisbane is such a small place, as I've said so many times on this podcast so far, but I'm sure that I'm gonna be seeing him around, but that's okay. I want to say, like, we're not going to be friends because you can't be friends with an ex and just get over it, but we will be friendly with each other. That feels such an overshare, but I'm just being honest at the fact that we will be seeing each other and we are in the same space. Like, I'm not unfollowing him on Instagram or anything like that. He's not going to do that. We're both each other's biggest cheerleader. We were together for 4 years, but just the last year of our relationship, it just wasn't working out, you know? And sometimes you can love a person as much as you want, but the relationship doesn't mean it's right. And who knows, like some people are probably rolling their eyes listening to this, but maybe one day we could end up back together. But when it's right and when we both had that chance to grow and learn and live and experience life on our own and become better people separately. It's also really scary just because I haven't been single for 4 years. So we got into a relationship when we were 20. That's a really long time. And I do remember the person I was when before I was in a relationship was really fun and I was always planning things with my friends. And then naturally when you get into a relationship, your priority is the person that you're in the relationship with. So you kind of stop hanging out with your friends as much just naturally. But I'm excited to embrace my friendships and hang out with all my friends and have a bit of a hot girl summer. Like I've got no interest in talking to other boys or getting with other people or anything like that. Like I'm full just in like mode of focusing on myself and being a person on my own. So I'm not going to have a hot girl summer in a way of like, oh, I'm going to get with so many people. It's just a hot girl summer in terms of I'm going to be living it up the way I want to, having my own fun, not having to worry about someone else, only having to worry about me. And I was on the phone to someone the other day and they were like, "You know what? You got to think about number 1. And number 1 is you. And you're the only person that you have to spend the rest of your life with." So I'm really going to try and have a hot girl summer, spending it with myself, enjoying it with my friends, working on myself, falling in love with things that I used to be in love with and getting my spark back and being happy. Not that he drained my spark, but the last 9 months of our relationship, the relationship drained both of our sparks. I'm really thankful for everything I've experienced with him, the life we've lived together, everything he's taught me. He truly has taught me to, chase after my dreams unapologetically, which I really appreciate. And I'm also really thankful for the way our relationship ended, even though there were some not great things that went on. We are still on good terms with each other and we still have respect. Like, there's no malicious intent or like nastiness towards each other. We do hope for the best, and I'm glad it ended like that rather than like something really bad happening and us hating each other. This podcast is probably the extent of what I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to really talk about anything else just because it's so private and we love each other still and we have respect for each other, but we just need to move on. I probably will be posting TikToks that are like talking about my breakup, but probably more talking about me dealing with the breakup rather than the actual relationship. And I still have so much, I keep saying this, but I have so much respect for him still. That person is literally your best friend, when you're in a relationship, or they should be. And so it feels weird having that person as your best friend for 4 years and then all of a sudden just not being able to talk to that person. We have to be so realistic though. Like, what are the chances of you actually marrying and having kids with the person that you're first in a relationship with? He was my first long-term relationship. And again, I'm not saying that we might not get back together one day, but just for now, like, I need to just go and experience all that without him. And I'm not saying you can't marry and have kids with your first long-term relationship, but you just need to go out and experience life and experience everything in order to know that they're the right one or to learn what you deserve. Because I feel like another thing this relationship has taught me is like what I deserve out of a partner and how I'd like to be treated and how I'd like to treat my partner. It goes both ways completely. As you guys know, my dog died not long ago. So it feels like it's all happening at once, to be honest. And then for the past 2 weeks, I've been seeing 1111 everywhere. And then I looked it up the other day, and apparently 1111 means like new beginnings. Like, it's a sign from the universe that your life is about to change and you're going to have a new beginning. And ever since we broke up, I haven't been seeing 1111, but for the past 2 weeks, I've literally been seeing it everywhere. And as you guys know, I love astrology, so I'm on CoStar, and all my CoStars are like relationship related and about accepting love and like being strong and all this stuff. And I'm like, wow, like truly everything is written in the stars. Actually, if anyone has a psychic recommendation, I really want to see a psychic. Maybe one day we can have a psychic or a medium or something on the podcast. I really want to get one in life just so I can feel like I can have some guidance. Not necessarily for them to be like, oh, you're going to get married when you're 35 or like whatever. I don't really care about that. I just want guidance to know that I'm on the right track and I'm doing the right things. And believing in the universe and believing in manifestations actually has been really something that has got me through this breakup for the past couple of days. And I was actually saying to friends not long ago, I completely understand why people tend to turn to religion in hard times like this. Not that I'm religious or anything like that, because I don't really believe in that stuff, but I understand why why people feel the need to believe in something higher power, or, join a community like that, And so astrology, manifesting, the universe has really gotten me through it. And I've been looking into it, and I've been giving myself affirmations. I've been giving myself manifestations. And I know it sounds super silly. For some people, I feel like you have to like go through something to completely understand this, but some people might find it silly, but it's just been really something that's been helping me. I'll put manifestation vibrations on my phone on Spotify. I'll put one hand on my chest and one hand on my belly, just focus on my breathing, and I'll give myself anaphylaxis. I'll give myself some manifestations and some affirmations to say like out loud. And it helps me so much because you start to believe your own thoughts. And I've changed my lock screen to you are creating a life that's exciting. And that's how I'm trying to look at this all. And you know what? I did think in my relationship, I got really, what's the word? Like, I really prioritized him, and I put him first and I put the relationship first, when in a lot of situations I probably should have been putting my own wants and needs beforehand, because I'm so young and there's so much yet to achieve. But yeah, that was really deep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry this episode is so sad and grim and deep, but I just wanted to be open and honest with you guys about life and how I'm feeling. But we're looking up. We've got a hot girl summer. I'm going to go to BTV still. I'm just going to go with other friends. And then next year, me and my sister are going to do Europe summer with my roommate. My sister is moving into my apartment, and so we're going to be hanging out lots. Hopefully she'll cook me dinner. I'm going to get so stuck into all this social media stuff. Like, I'm really going to get stuck in to my YouTube vlogs. I promise you there will be a podcast episode on time every single week. Obviously, these past couple weeks have just been horrible for me because I've been going through this breakup and all this stuff, which you guys probably know when I was saying, like, I'm going through something right now is because Mackenzie and I were on really rough terms because the relationship was coming to a head, obviously. And so it feels good to get that off my chest. And I can't wait to just share more about like my recovery process, my grieving process, and my process to just move on with my life, and things that are going to be exciting to move on with, This week I have no Make It Make Sense because I just wanted to update you guys and share this. Thank you so much for supporting me on my journey. Honestly, the amount of support I got from everyone on social media, on my TikTok, when I posted about the breakup was overwhelming. Like, I really did not expect that many people to care or be interested in my relationship at all, or in my life. And I've been really loving all those messages. All the comments on my videos that were like, you're so much hotter than him anyway, blah, blah, blah. I've just deleted those because I don't want any disrespect towards him. I only have love and respect towards him. So I've only been keeping the comments that are like, you've got this, like strong messages that have actually been helpful to me, because the ones that are like talking shit on him aren't helpful in my recovery at all, because I still love him and respect him. And I don't want anyone to be like saying bad things to him out in public, because he truly is a great guy, but he just has so much learning to do. I think I'm going to leave it there. Next week is going to be a fun episode, I promise. I just had to get this off my chest. But guys, don't worry. This is going to make me even funnier. It's going to force me to live out my life the way that I should. Find happiness, find myself again. But thanks so much for listening. Follow me on all my socials, and I can't wait for next week's episode. Bye, guys.